Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you. Big times thank you to the sponsors of the channel. I truly appreciate your generosity. These videos are for you. Without you, without the sponsors of this channel would have been closed down by now. So thank you very much indeed. I've decided to do a few more videos on terminology, especially since we still have the Boreas here and can use it as an example. But she is on the wing. Sooner or later she will leave the shop, and rather sooner than later. So might as well take advantage of her presence here and look at some of the examples and discuss them in detail. Today we'll talk about something that is actually rarely depicted on models nowadays. I have seen quite a few, especially models that follow directly the instructions from the kit manufacturers, usually lack these details. But it is a detail that makes all the difference in the world. And it is fairly simple to add, and it is fairly simple to make, says he who is not the one making them, of course. But that is the division in this shop here. I talk, others do the work. Just like a politician. Maybe that's what I should do with the rest of my life. Returning, however, to the model, as I said, this beauty, alas, will be leaving, so might as well talk a little bit and do a few videos on elements that are visible at the moment on her as an easy way to advertise them. Today we will be talking about the Crowsfeet over here, and there are videos, of course, on the SYSTER channel. Can I link down somewhere up or somewhere out there? You will find it. I trust in your genius. That will show you exactly how they're manufactured. I have always found them a beautiful feature on the model, and it adds a level of finish way out of proportion to the effort expended into producing them. So I think that this is something that most modelers should consider adding to their models. Obviously, Crowsfeet in this form and fashion are used only where square topsails are employed, because the whole point of them is, as you can see, they start from the edge of the tops and they are attached to the stay. They are set up through holes in the edges of the top and through a UFO block, which in turn with a block and tackle is set up and tightened to the stay itself. Both the UFO and the proportions, the correct proportions of the thickness of the line is, or rather I should say the circumference of the lines. It is of course listed in the major sources, the major reference works. Steel, and again links to them down below or somewhere up there, or wherever else the editor of these videos decides to put them. But the point is that there are standard references that provide you with the information of what dimensions rope should be used. You will have to practice your high school mathematics for this to convert circumference into diameter as we measure ropes nowadays. I know that we have mentioned this many times on both channels. Somewhere down below there is a link, but for all of the age of sail really, rope was measured not in diameters but as circumference. And usually there would be three. The whole point of the Crowsfeet is to prevent chafe on the topsails, on the skirts of the topsail, because the topsail will actually be hanging way below the top, and as it is hanging below it, and as it fills and as it flaps, it may easily be caught under the top. And not only be chafed, but also can actually be damaged there. And this is what the crowfoot does. It prevents the sail from getting damaged there. And that is why they are, two things are important in connection with this. This is why we see the crowsfeet mounted. But if you look carefully at most topsails, especially 18th century, where we do have enough information, we have sketches and technical sketches of sails and how they were cut and reinforced, you always see in the central part of the foot of the sail a fairly large rectangular piece of canvas, additional canvas that is sewn onto the sail. And the purpose of that is exactly this. It's a chafe piece, essentially. This is the part that is supposed to wear out and protect the sail and can more easily be repaired and replaced. So that, in short, is the purpose of the crowsfeet. This is how they're made. The Jufru block is a simple, elongated, usually roughly elliptical piece of timber. When I say block, this is a block without sheaves inside it. They're really fair leads cut into it. It is usually an odd number of fair leads. And the line is woven from the holes into the edges of the top, through the holes of the Jufru block, back to the opposite side, to the symmetrical opposite hole on the top. And I would not say that it is easy to make them, but in comparison with what the visual effect that a model with them has versus a model without them, I think they're very, very well worth installing. So below is a link to the installation and making of Jufrus and crowsfeet, specifically for the Boreas actually. And with this, I bring this short video to a conclusion. Thank you ever so much for watching. Big, big, big thank you to the sponsors. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.